Reducing a car's weight not only improves gas mileage and makes cars more energy efficient, but it also makes them safer and a lot stronger. When it comes to water fountains, most people have preferences on either taste or temperature, but there are those that have preferences on the water pressure. To give you an idea of its size, I'm about 5 feet tall, and this dinosaur isn't even fully grown yet. The first thing you're going to want to do is get wet and put on a little bit of soap, and then brace yourself. But experts recommend that you get at least 30 minutes of physical activity a day. They spent time here in the sculpture garden where they observed art from other artists and looked at the natural art found in nature. Even though tickets had already sold out, hundreds of fans still waited outside of these gates in order to be let in standby so they could watch the women's soccer team play their last home game. 3D image is basically combining two images into one. Each eye sees a separate picture and they combine together when you put on 3D glasses. Jumps and spins don't sound like things the average person would want to attempt on a sheet of ice, but it's all just a typical day at the rink for a competitive ice skater.
You can feel the wind rushing at you, and it's just, nothing's like it.
Angelica Thomas put on her first pair of skates at 10 years old. 3 years later, she's still skating.
My grandparents told me that they took me to the Olympics when I was just a toddler, and they're like, you just ate up the figure skating. You totally wanted to do it someday. And here I am.
Every day after school, Thomas laces up her skates and immediately gets to work.
I usually do a few laps to warm up in both directions. After that, I sometimes do like some moves in the field. I usually jump right into spins, and then I just go through all my jumps.
One of those jumps is the most difficult jump a skater can perform, the axel. The axel is the most difficult jump in figure skating because the skater takes off going forward and spins 1.5 times in the air before landing on one foot. Landing an axel is a milestone for skaters. Thomas can land one in the harness, but she wants to make it consistent so she can start working on double jumps.
There's like this mental block with that jump that people just take a long time to get over. It's only a half a turn more than any other single. But it's just so hard for people to kind of like get over the fear of doing it.
Skating every day doesn't leave much time to do anything else, so Thomas brings homework, family, and friends to the rink.
I bring my friends here during public and we just hang out, and it's really fun. So it sounds like it would take away from your friend life, but it doesn't have to.
But skating practice is more than just working on jumps and spins. It also becomes a therapy session.
I can't even say how many times I've had like a really rough day at school or at home, and then I just get on the ice, push it out of my mind, and I skate.
Thomas's ultimate goal is to go to the Olympics. She knows it won't be easy, but Thomas says her drive and determination can help her dream come true. In Provo, Kathleen Keller, 11 News. Hundreds gathered at the UCCU Center at Utah Valley University to pay their respects to Ivy. Most people were either family or friends, but even those that didn't know him left feeling some sort of connection. People played bagpipes as the Tucson sector of the U.S. Border Patrol Honor Guard posted the colors for Nicholas J. Ivy. His brother Joel is also a Border Patrol agent, and in the eulogy, Joel told stories of him and his brother growing up. He described his brother as a man who loved God, his country, and his family.
It was a great way to be able to pay respect and honor to Nick. Everything they said about him was absolutely true in my experience personally with him, that he was that person they described.
Others who spoke at the funeral called Ivy a man of duty and a man of faith. Deputy Commissioner David V. Aguilar told his children that when they grow up, they'll understand that their father died protecting their country. For fellow law enforcement officers, this story hit close to home.
Within the law enforcement family, there's a sense of a brotherhood. Anytime an officer is killed in line of duty especially, there's a great sense of pride, especially for what he was doing, protecting our borders, protecting our country.
The funeral ended with the congregation singing "God Be With You Till We Meet Again," and everyone standing as the honor guard retrieved the colors. The family members then left for Spanish Fork and a graveside service. Ivy is survived by his wife, Christy, and their 2 preschool-age daughters, Reagan and Presley. He would have been 31 on October 13th. In the newsroom, Kathleen Keller, 11 News.